Welcome everybody to the 3480 podcast. The scene's different today. Chris is not here, unfortunately. We had some complications today with timing and stuff, but Chris wishes he was here today. But we have a guest here, Sam, my good friend Sam.
Hey.
He's here. He's going to be the guest on the 3480 podcast today. Just as normal in typical 3480 fashion, we don't know what we're going to talk about before we record whatsoever. But hopefully you'll bring some stories along. But first off, if you want to introduce yourself, give the pitch on you, who you are, what you do.
I'm Sam. I'm a freshman at Michigan State University. I am going to be a kinesiology major. That's all you really need to know about me right now. Let's call it kin. We call it kin.
Kin major.
Yeah, kin major.
What do you do?
Well, for a kin major, it's essentially body science. So some exercise science, some nutrition science, a lot of just but human biology science, all that good stuff.
How long have you been wanting to do this, as a career?
Last couple months.
Yeah. Well, you told me that you were going to go into Michigan State undecided.
Yes, I did go in undeclared. At Michigan State, they call it exploratory preference. It's undeclared. Mm-hmm. But I did that because I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I wasn't going to make myself declare for a major because how they do it there is you declare for a major, and then they give you your core classes, but then they throw in your major classes. So I might have ended up taking a bunch of classes I wasn't interested in. And one of the classes, based on what I want to do, that my, I'm thinking, what's people call? Academic advisor. Academic advisor, she put me in, it was a physiology course. Mm-hmm. And physiology is like anatomy, but it's how stuff works. It's not how it's put together. And it's been a really interesting class. It's been very difficult, but very interesting. So it's kind of helped me figure out what I want to do. Mm-hmm. Declare for major.
Didn't you think it was a psychology course?
Yes. I thought.
So you got into this field by accident.
Yes. So I when we signed up for class, I want to take a psychology class. Mm-hmm. I thought I signed up for psychology. And it wasn't an accident. My academic advisor set me up in physiology. Every single time I read the word physiology,
you're thinking psychology?
For the first month before classes started, for the first week of actual classes, mm-hmm. I thought it was psychology. So I'm reading through the syllabus. I'm like, this is a lot of anatomy stuff.
Yeah.
This is a lot about human body. Maybe it'll all come together about psychology. Mm-hmm. And then I look at the word physiology for a minute. I look at it real hard. I'm like, I'm not in psychology.
It's
not a psychology class. It's a physiology class.
Yeah.
So I had a moment of what do I do now? And then I stuck with it, and I end up liking it, despite the misery it's caused me.
Yeah.
Yes.
You've told me stories of how bad that professor is. And apparently he's been known as one of the worst professors at MSU.
Worst, not worst, difficult, extremely difficult.
Mm-hmm. Difficult in a good way as he wants to push you to learn, or difficult as in here's a whole bunch of busy work that you don't know how to do.
Okay, so this is how I'm going to explain the class. So, and the TAs and people I've been working with, they've said, this is one of the hardest classes at MSU. It's one of the weed eater classes, mm-hmm. And if you don't like working with this stuff, you won't do good. And mm-hmm. I starting off, how the class is set up is you have a unit, and a unit goes along about 3 weeks for us. Every 5 days, that ends up being around every week. You have to finish a topic, which is a set of lectures. Then after you finish a set of lectures, you take a topic quiz, and you get on to the next topic. And you go on. Then you take the unit test. The thing is that you take a lecture quiz after each lecture. If you don't get 100 on it, you have to retake it until you get 100. So let's say there's one question. It's about a really minuscule detail. And you forget it. You have to rewatch the lecture until you find that in the question. So you're stuck on that lecture. And you can't advance forward to complete the topic, to complete the due date.
Skip through it to find it, or you have to watch it the whole thing. Well,
if it's such a small detail, you have to watch it so you don't miss it. You don't know where it is. So that was an issue I ran into in the start because I did not realize I had to get 100 on the lecture quiz. So I take the lecture quiz. I get about a 70 on it. I get like 1 or 2 questions wrong. Like, okay, so I wait for the test in a couple weeks, or no, I wait for the topic.
Topic quiz.
And I'm waiting. And I wait all the way until the topic quiz is due. And then a day after, I'm like, where the heck's the topic quiz?
Yeah.
Like, I'm supposed to take it. So I email. I think I like joined studies. He has study skill help sessions and content review sessions. So I joined one of them, and I'm like, this what's going on? I don't understand what I'm doing on. And they're like, oh no, you have to take it until you get 100. I'm like,
bump that. No, it's so stupid.
So, and keep in mind, each lecture, before I did my new format that I do now to watch lectures, it took me, for every 10 minutes of lecture time, it took me 30 minutes to watch and take notes. So if it was a 30-minute lecture, it took me an hour and a half to watch it.
Jeez, man. I don't, dude, community college is so different than what you're doing. Like, it is completely different. Is all your work weekly? Like, do you get, like, all your work?
No, it ends up being weekly, but, like, there's a course, like, pacing. So, like, physiology, I just finished a unit test yesterday. My next set of lectures is due next Tuesday. Then after that, then the following Sunday. Then after that, the following Saturday. Then after that Saturday, it might be a Friday. I don't remember exactly, but after that, it's a Tuesday. The next Tuesday after that Saturday is my unit test. So it ends up being weekly, but technically it's not weekly. But like, it's all about the class too. My writing class, it's paced really weird. Like, so let's say we have 5 papers that we have to write for the class. A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. We're on A4 right now. A4 is being paced different from A3 because it's totally 2 different papers. But like, let's say I'll have to have a draft due like a week after it's assigned. But then I'll have to have a partial draft, and then I'll have a full draft like 3 days later, and then revisions. Then 2 revisions done within the next 2 days, and that's your final draft. Or actually, there's one more phase of copy editing.
What we do in my writing class, so we have modules, and we had 3 essays to do. So all those 3 essays were broken down into module 1 was 5 weeks, module 2 was 6 weeks, and module 3 is 7 weeks. So that's how we broke it down. Each of them, we like the first 2 weeks, we learn how to write better, we figure out punctuation, grammar, and then the last 3 weeks is outline, draft, finalize.
Yeah.
We did like an easy, like, we write about like a certain topic we're passionate about in the first essay, and we could really just write anything about it. Then we wrote you could either write an analysis essay, you could write a cause and effect essay, which is like 1 cause, 3 effects, or an effect and cause. So it's like, what is 1 effect and what are 3 causes that could have happened to that effect? And this essay that we're doing now is a argumentative essay. So I'm writing about why electric cars are better than gas-powered cars.
Yep.
So that's how it basically is. But the reason why I ask you about the weekly assignments that are due is because all my assignments, I get all of them signed exactly on Monday, and all of them are due on Sunday.
Yeah.
Like, every single class. So I have the ability, I have the privilege to basically do whatever I want on a certain day. I can schedule out my time.
Well, yeah, I can do that too, but it's not going to be the same week to week for you, like it is for you. Like for you, you could do. I do this class Tuesday, this class Thursday, this class Saturday.
That's what I do. That's exactly
So
what I do.
it makes it really easy for you, really
Yep.
relaxed, really paced out. For me, one week I'll have a really busy Wednesday, so I'll have to get a little bit of work done Tuesday, and then hammer out Thursday. Thursday's my work day, because I don't have any classes I have to go to Thursday. Another thing about my classes is the class schedules run different. Not just in terms of the time of the class. So I'm just gonna go through my schedule. So Monday I have German in the morning, math around a little afternoon. Then I don't have German again Wednesday, even though it's a Monday, Wednesday, Friday class. That's for the Wednesday German class. And Friday I only have 30 minutes of German, and then the other German class has the second 30 minutes.
Okay.
But I have math every Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Okay. That's when I tried to register for classes, I tried to find it like where I only have like one class a week. And so I mean my next semester is going to be a lot more fun because I get to actually I got all my gen ed courses out of the way.
Yeah.
I don't have to deal with like a history class, a math class, nothing. Everything is strictly business now.
So my thought about all getting a degree, a specific degree, you don't have to. I don't think you have to get a degree, or a job that is specifically your degree. If you get for example, for me, kinesiology degree, I'm not gonna go and be a kinesiologist.
What other jobs are in that field?
I'm thinking more of like physical fitness, physical therapy, that whole kind of realm, because that's something that interests me. I think is awesome for anyone to do to any degree. Personally, from my experience and what I've seen, I think it's an awesome thing to do, and I'm passionate about, and I want to get into and learn about.
I hear you. Guys, Sam has been working out with me for, I think, it's week 12 now. I think almost 3 months now. We've been working out every single Wednesday. So Sam has been passionate about fitness, working out, training your body and your mind. And it was perfect. You just said you can go into like a physical fitness or physical therapy sort of deal. Now, I want to ask you, what is like the biggest thing that has fitness has taught you or fitness has affected your life?
So it's hard to pinpoint one thing, but I can say a few different things.
Okay.
For example, being more motivated, being more passionate about anything in my life, even if I'm not excited to do it, doing it to the best of my ability and finding some sort of excitement and pride out of the work I do. For example, I am not the best writer, but I'm taking a writing course. And that was a course I was really worried about going into the semester. It's a college writing course. I'm not the best writer. But I've kind of learned that I'm going to, put my best into each paper, right? Each paper has something I'm passionate about. So when I'm done, I'm very proud of my work. I'm satisfied. And when I get my grade back that I hope is good, I'm proud of that because I know I put my work into it. I have learned that I'm more capable than what I believe. I need to stop doubting myself, stop thinking I can't do something because I won't know until I try. And just a lot of that stuff, a lot of the good stuff. Yeah.
Just main motivation.
Yeah, lots of motivation.
It's definitely put you in a better mindset.
Yes. I'm a lot more confident. I'm a lot just happier in general, more positive, more optimistic.
Yeah. I mean, that's what fitness can do. Fitness can definitely, it's been linked multiple times to improve mental health, reduce stress, reduce anxiety, stop depression. It boosts dopamine, serotonin.
I'm gonna put an asterisk on that because I've actually read about that. It doesn't stop depression, but it certainly helps with the symptoms.
Oh, did I say stop?
It does not stop.
Did I say stop?
You did say stop.
Okay, that's my fault. Okay, I did not mean to say stop depression.
Yeah.
But yes, it definitely reduces symptoms of it. It definitely gives a more optimistic mindset when it comes to it. But overall, fitness has been something that I've started to get passionate about more and more. Definitely, I'm just taking more time out of my day to focus on myself more mentally. It's I sit outside whenever I go out and practice golf.
Yeah.
I sit outside just I stare just for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Just get everything out of my head, reset, and think about what actually goes on.
Yeah.
My problem now is just a big key to success is planning out your day.
Yes.
And it's so hard for me to do that because certain things like just kind of like skew out of the way, and whenever that happens, I panic.
Yeah, no.
It's like Chris, like he couldn't be here. Like we were planning last night. It's like, okay, 11 o'clock, we're going to be here. We had a perfect schedule set out. We're going to be good. And then Chris texted me this morning saying he couldn't.
Yeah.
So like that's when I started thinking, I'm like, okay, like what's going to happen now? Well, what are we going to do? Are we going to continue the show? Is it just going to be Sam and I? Or are we going to postpone it? Like what are we going to do?
Yeah.
And then we have this. So overall, I think for me, the biggest factor I need to focus on now is scheduling and actually figuring out my day hour by hour, even if I have to start waking up at 7 to get more stuff done in the morning.
Yeah.
It's like I'm trying to become a morning person, productivity-wise, but like,
it's not easy.
It's not. I get most of my stuff done at night, like 11 a.m., midnight, 1 a.m. That's when I get stuff done.
Yeah.
That's when like my body is like, all right, let's go and stuff.
Yeah, no, I kind of get that with the whole things messing up and stressing you out. But, like, I had a day like that last week, I think. I looked at my day. I had 3 things to do. In reality, I had 3 things to do that would take me a couple hours at most. But I looked at them. I thought about it in my head. I'm like, it's going to take me all day. Like, and I was really stressed. I was really freaked out. I had to study. I had to get work done, lectures done, all this stuff in my head. And I woke up and, like, throughout my morning, I was like, today's not going to be a good day. I was very stressed. I worked out in my gym, got it done a bit earlier in the day. I felt better. I was like, okay, I'm in my own head. I just need to pull myself together because the stuff I have in front of me, it's not that hard. I'm just freaking myself out.
It's just busy work.
Yeah, and
you can just get done.
And it's a lot about that rolling with the punches. Whatever happens, if something goes wrong, that's okay. Life goes on.
It's not about how hard you get hit. It's about how hard you get hit and keep going.
Yeah.
As the iconic quote goes.
Mm-hmm.
But I think stress it's such a weird thing to think about. It's just because
it's a powerful thing.
It's very powerful, but it's a concept that most people still don't have a grasp on.
Yeah.
Because like it's all mental, and like you think about it, it's just especially with say like, as you say, you have a whole bunch of stuff to do. You have so much stuff to do. It's like me, whenever I do it, I'm like, oh, I gotta do all this stuff, but when I get done with it, like I'm done within like an hour and a half. Where in my mind, I was thinking like it's gonna take like hours and hours and hours. I'm like, but it just took me an hour and a half. Yeah. So like, why am I doing it?
Yeah.
It's just like you see one thing, you don't think, and you're like, oh,
yeah,
crap.
Yeah, no. I think we do have a lot more time in our days than we realize. And now with the whole, COVID and being at home a lot and everything, we have a lot of time at home, you know. While it's unfortunate that you're not out doing things with your friends, blah, 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 I think we're able to take more advantage of our time at home. Whether that be doing something productive, being with our family, blah, 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 and so on and so forth.
I think COVID definitely steered me out of the film days just because it's like when the first lockdown, I couldn't go out and film.
Yeah.
And me, I have a hard time. My creative mind explodes when there's other like-minded people around me.
Yeah.
So if I'm by myself and I start like thinking I could do this, I start thinking, and then like the bad thoughts come in. It's like, what about this? What about this? What about this? And just demotivates me so hard. So
it derails your plans.
It definitely does. So like when I was able to be around those like-minded people with film, like pre-COVID, it's like, all right, I can do this. This is my career. I want to do it. Yeah. And then when I started to not be able to hang out with those people again, I found video editing, something I can do by myself and not having to deal with other people. My biggest, one of my favorite artists, he does this, Jon Bellion. He does this whenever he makes music. I have to tell people what I'm thinking, even though they may have no idea what I'm talking about. They'd be like, okay. It's like for me to tell it to someone and them just taking it in helps my creative process.
Yeah.
That's where like I get told this a lot. I talk to myself a lot. I do.
Yeah, no. I totally get that. because I've been working with one of my TAs to help me with my physiology class, and I'll get off of Zoom because she's helping me. I'll go down to my mom. I'll just start talking about what we talked about just so I can remember it. A lot of it's memory for me. Or like when we're on Zoom and she explains something to me, I say it back over to myself, putting it in terms I understand. A lot of it's for memory, but some of it's for understanding. So then when it's time I'm taking a test or a quiz and I need to pull back that stuff, I have those mental connections of, oh, this is this because of this, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it happens to me at work as well, because, like, I'll start thinking about, like, my life and just think about, all right, I got this to do, and then I'll just start talking to myself.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be in the back doing something. One of my coworkers peek around the corner and be like, yo, who you talking to? Myself. It's so funny. It's just a creative thing for me.
Yeah.
It's like I'll be editing a video. I'll be like, okay, all right, so I have to do this to get to this.
Yep.
And then
it makes things make sense.
It does. It really does. And it just it's going to sound weird, but I don't feel alone when I do it. That sounds so bad. It sounds so bad.
It sound bad. It sounds like you're really lonely, dude. Guys, I'm not alone. I have myself.
Self-love is important. Oh, man. No, but it's just, overall, it's a good thing for me. It really is. But it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But do you have, like, anything, like, creative that you do? Like, any side hustle?
You know, not really, not particularly.
Because the mood just changed so hard.
Well, because for me, like, expressing myself creatively is very difficult because I don't have any particular creative talents. You know what I mean? I did band in high school for years and years and years, but, you know, I haven't done that for a while. I stopped being passionate about it. I can't draw, you know.
Or creativity isn't about, like, art.
Yeah, I'm saying that's a very common venue for it of creativity. No, but I'm just kind of figuring it out, you know.
The concept of knowing what you have to do at the age of 18 is like, all right, you have to know what you're going to do for the rest of your life. What?
Yeah, no,
it's like I got about at least 70 more years.
I don't like that because things change, your passions change, who you are changes, and a 17 or 18-year-old doesn't know all the things of what they want to do.
Yeah. There's so many things that has to be taken into account.
Yeah, like, for example, there are many things you can do after high school. You can go into the workforce. You can go into the military. You can go to college. You can go to community college. There are so many things. And
you can take a gap year. You can take a gap year.
Exactly. Exactly. And, like, for me, until February of my senior year, I didn't know where I wanted to go to college. Until... it's November. Until about September of my freshman year of college, I didn't know what major I wanted. I still haven't officially declared it, just so I'm going to talk to my academic advisor and be like, hey, that's what I want to do. But I didn't know until then. It's okay to not know, and I think it's pushed on us a lot. They say you don't have to know. They say it, but then they don't encourage not knowing.
Yeah.
You know, because when I went into college as an exploratory preference major, for my orientation, they showed me stuff, and they're like, you don't know, and that's okay. Like, and we're going to provide you opportunities to figure that out. We're going to give you classes that help you figure it out. We will show you organizations you can join to help figure it out, test things out. And I think that was extremely helpful. I think the fact I was in a physiology class instead of psychology, and I had this very difficult experience, but after I'm more passionate about it than I went in, that was extremely beneficial to me. And it's another side note that about the whole trying new things, but don't be afraid, because you might find out you like something you didn't think you'd like, or something you didn't think you'd like as much as you do. You know what I mean?
I hear you. I mean, my before senior year, I've never really picked up a camera, never really truly edited, never did anything, but I was really good at biology.
Mm-hmm.
I knew basic and advanced biology. That was going to be my declared major when I go to college. I was going to specifically go into science, understand it, and become a biologist. Maybe like a different kind of like a marine biologist. But then senior year came around, I had my first film class. I changed. Like, I flipped.
Yep.
I was like,
No, you were really into it. You were really like immersed into that whole film realm.
You were with me like the first semester during the transition. Like I wouldn't shut up about it.
Dude, you loved that film class. Like, you loved it. Like, I remember when we went into the film room to take a test, and you sat at your laptop so you could edit afterwards. I looked at you, you were like,
yeah.
I was like, Wilson.
We had a certification test, and then just right after I was done, I pulled up my files.
You were like zoned.
I wouldn't talk to anyone. I was on it.
I'm like, Wilson. You're like,
shut up.
Wilson.
Shut up. That's exactly. I wouldn't talk to anyone. I was fully immersed. That was me.
Yeah.
So I mean, just because I'm still the same. I'm still the same way too.
Yeah.
It's like I'll go edit tonight, and then like Sarah will knock on my door. Sarah's my sister, guys. She'll knock on my door. I'll be like, go away. Just go away. It's like I wish I could edit to music. Like, just like some sort of ambient noise in the background, but I can't. I have to have full focus.
Does it mess with your focus?
Noise messes with focus with me. Definitely does. That's why, like, I kind of...
You know, it
everything
either
here
helps
is silent.
me or it helps me, like, incredibly focus, or it's so distracting.
Yeah.
Like for some things, I'll put on music and I will be in it. Like, I'll be like, all right, like, I'm vibing, I'm working, and I'm getting lots of work done. Like, I'll put on music, and I'll just be too focused on the music to work. Like, I'll be thinking about it too much.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll have, like, all right, I'm going to study. I'm going to do homework, I'm going to study. And I'll put on, like, lo-fi music. Just chill lo-fi music.
Yeah.
And then I'll turn it off after 10 minutes, and I'll just continue working. But I notice that, like, I get more stuff done when I have music off.
Yeah.
And when everything is completely silent.
Interesting.
It's me with, but it's very ironic, because I can't read a book without hearing it. Like, I have to have the audiobook in my head while reading it for me to comprehend it and stuff. That's what, it's really weird. How,
Interesting.
It's, you're a Ken Major, why is this happening?
See,
You don't have to actually answer that.
Physical stuff. I'm not a psychologist.
I dropped out of my psychology class.
Did you?
Yeah.
Good for you.
I was failing.
Good for you.
Yeah, high school, AP Psychology. Dropped out with, like, I think a 47.
Nice.
Yep. Hated the course, wasn't understanding it. I was getting horrible grades. I would like read the textbook. Horrible. I hated it.
Yeah. No.
I did so bad. But school is something that is essential to a certain extent.
Yeah, I think everyone should be or strive to be educated in some sort of
At least finish high school. Like, high school is definitely definitely.
I think that I don't think the university path is required for all people. I'm a proponent of a college degree is very valuable in the modern American society. I think it can have lots of applications, even if you don't do anything. Like, let's say you get a nursing degree and you go and be a mechanic. Like, they have nothing to do with each other. Mm-hmm. But even then, like, a degree is a degree. That's what I think, but that doesn't necessarily make it the complete truth.
That's the reason why I get scared of college degrees for that, like, thing is, like, oh, you become, the odds are, if you go to med school and, like, you don't become a doctor, like, the odds are very
I was
low.
just saying it.
Yeah, but, like, statistics show that, like, over 90% of college degree holders don't go into the field that they educated for, and that scares the living crap out of me, because why spend, like, $60,000, $80,000 for something that you're not using? It's like, why?
Yeah. But then those $60,000, $80,000, then you'll go make a $60,000, $80,000 a year job.
But that's not always true, though.
It isn't, but your chances certainly increase.
It's, you say, like, oh, you spend this, but then you go into, like, I'm not trying to debate, but, but whenever you get into it, it's like, yes, you have student loan debts, but, like, some people have credit card debts, you have rent, you have mortgage,
it's
car.
very situational.
It is extremely situational, and that's why, like, whenever we did, like, the budget project, it's like there were different situations. Like, it's like you were single but have 3 kids. You were a college student. You were married, had 1 kid.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You're broke. It's like,
oh,
crap. It's like in taxes. Gosh. Sam knows that I'm not the biggest fan of taxes.
Yeah, but at the same time, tax is what's necessary for a civil society. It's a necessary evil.
That's why you owe 2 things: death and taxes. That's it. I mean, every country taxes their people. We're not the only ones.
You know.
So overall, school is. It's a very weird thing. I'm doing it just to do it, just so I have it and stuff. But I'm always pursuing my business.
Yeah.
I'm always pursuing it and stuff. And like video editing, photography now. I'm doing that now. Surprisingly, never thought I would ever do that. I always thought I was just going to go single-handedly.
Are you liking it?
I'm loving it.
Good.
I have some gigs scheduled. Actually, I'm going to get those ready.
How'd the first one go?
It went good.
Yeah.
Did I not show you the photos?
You did not.
I'll have to show you the photos today.
Were your clients happy? Were they like, "Whoa, this is really good"?
Yes, they were extremely happy.
Good.
Did you see the eye one on my Instagram?
I might have.
You probably have.
I saw it, but I don't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, that's definitely my favorite one.
Good.
But they definitely enjoyed it. I got paid for it too.
Good.
So that's what's up.
No, man, you're doing something you love. That's awesome.
Doing something you love and I'm getting paid for it. That's the goal in life.
Well, I think yeah, that's certain. Definitely, I think if you're
I
not,
understand money isn't everything.
You know, money of course isn't everything, but I think doing something you love, it makes your job so much better because you're happy with what you're doing. You're not like it's not a task. It's not like I have to go to do this so I get paid. You're like, I'm gonna go do this. I happen to be getting paid for it, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's why like the saying goes, find the job you love and you'll never work a day in your life.
Yep.
That I find that so true. Some people actually disagree with that statement. Which I don't understand how, but to each their own. Yeah, but that's why like 3480 is just something, not even the podcast, but like the media side of things. It's like I get to help produce someone's idea.
Yeah.
And that's what makes me happy.
Yeah.
Doing something that I actually get to enjoy. It's like I always tell my clients, I'm here to make your idea and put it on paper. That's what I like doing. I like seeing the end result. It's like when I saw like my first clients' faces, like them like smiling, loving it. That's awesome. That's what made me happy.
That's awesome.
I was like, I like the process of doing it, and to see that you're happy with what I did. That's a dream come true, man. That is a dream come true. It's amazing, and I got paid for it.
Hey, it just helps out a bit.
Helped out a little bit. Paid my gas for the week. No, I mean like it's a good thing to do and stuff. That's why. Yeah. All right, we're back. We don't know. I forgot what we were talking about.
I did too.
We let the battery charge for a little bit. We just kind of just chilled, but I completely forgot.
I did too.
So, how's life?
You know what? It's not bad.
Not bad.
You know, I'm just trying to get through the semester, trying to finish the semester, get to winter break, and then move to Michigan. So yeah.
Oh, do you have? Are you gonna be with a roommate?
No. So I don't know what my housing assignment is yet. I just know I got accepted to. Because there's like a massive MSU group chat and of the freshmen, some of them at least, there's like 200 of us out of like, I don't know. The total undergraduate class is like 39,000. So just freshman class of that, and there's about 200 of us, so it's a very small portion. But
dang,
they pretty much were like, if you applied to live on campus and you didn't get a denial email, you got accepted. And I signed my housing contract, and it says in my housing portal that you have signed your contract. Thank you. So I should be living on campus.
So you showed me like where to go. Like if you live on a certain place, you have to go over
Yes.
that place. And you said what? It was like the 8th largest campus.
It looking up on a certain website, it is the 8th largest campus in the United States.
How are you going to commute? You're gonna like.
I'm gonna walk.
That's it. Like you're not allowed. Or like
I mean, I
stuff
could
you're
get
not
an
allowed?
Uber and stuff, but it's gonna be expensive to get an Uber. And actually, this funny story. I'm gonna say I'm not gonna bike, but actually, so my mom used to go to Michigan State. My mom's from Michigan. All of her brothers went to Michigan State. So her and all 3 of her brothers, for like I think a year or 2, were all at Michigan State at the same time. And my uncle Asa, he used to bike on campus in the winter. Now, if you know anything about Michigan winter, or like winter in the north, it snows, and it snows hard. Like, I don't know, it'll probably be to your knees and higher. So they'll clear the walk paths, and he'll just bike down them. He just bike down them. I'm not him though. I'm not gonna biking, and I'm not gonna bike in the winter.
Yeah.
So I'm just probably gonna have to walk everywhere.
Dang.
I mean, it doesn't bother me. I'll be fine.
I mean, you get exercise. You get the exercise.
No, because I'm gonna keep up with my fitness there. They have a gym open. I am West. I'll have to buy a membership, but it's not the place.
Is that gonna be like expensive or is it like
I don't think it's overly expensive.
Okay. Oh, so it doesn't come with your housing.
It does not. See,
Dang.
it's interesting. Because my sister, who goes to University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, she we do our comparisons for how our schools do things. For example, at UNC, because we're 2 big basketball schools, so we have our student sections, and like getting into the student section is like awesome. Getting into the UNC student section, you don't have to pay. It is included in your tuition. It's a lottery system to get in. Michigan State, you have the I-Zone. You have to pay to get into the end zone and then go to at least 2 home games. It's not included in tuition.
Because I know with Wilmington, I believe, because they have multiple rec centers. And I think depending on where your housing is, you get like certain access to certain ones, but like other ones you have to pay for.
Yeah. So there's I Am East and I Am West. I Am East is currently closed. I Am West is open, and I Am West has the gym, like the big gym. Excuse me. And I Am West is on the west side of the campus, where all like the big attractions are: football stadium, basketball stadium, the Spartan statue. If you know what that is, you probably you do.
Yeah, I've seen pictures.
Yeah, like all the big stuff on campus is there. I Am East is on the east side of campus. A lot of housing, lots of class buildings. Just not the big stuff.
Boring stuff.
Not boring, just different.
Academics.
Yeah,
It's more academic.
Yeah,
I hear you.
that's why I believe I don't understand the full layout of the campus because I haven't been there, but that's my current understanding.
That's what I like about. That's one thing I do like about college is like they still provide you like the lifestyle, like of like some places they have like coffee shops you can go down, sit, restaurants, then they have like the gyms and stuff. It's like a mini town. It's like a mini town.
It really is. But Michigan State, you do know it's located like in the town next to. It's basically the same like area. The Michigan State capital, Lansing is the capital of Michigan. We live in East Lansing.
What's the capital of Michigan?
Lansing.
Oh,
We live in East Lansing.
East Lansing.
East Lansing, I believe, is treated as a separate town. Someone from Michigan State's gonna see this, and they're just like, no. But that's what I think.
I absolutely know nothing about Michigan at all. All I know is their sports teams.
Lions suck.
I'm a Panthers fan.
Tigers suck. Red Wings suck. Pistons, they won't suck in a little bit. We had 3 first-round draft picks.
The Detroit's like
Detroit sports is cursed. It is.
I Carolina isn't that good either, but I'm not a Carolina fan when it comes to hockey and baseball.
I forget Carolina has a hockey team. I forget, honestly.
I'm surprised we actually don't have an MLB team. I'm really surprised.
Well, the Knights were going to be an MLB team, but something happened when they were being bought and everything, and it turned out they weren't. And, like, they got switched to AA instead of AAA.
It's kind of whack. No, but I'm an Orioles fan when it comes to baseball, and I am a Rangers fan when it comes to hockey. Okay, so the reason why is because Chris Matthews, he was an Orioles fan and a Rangers fan, and he got me into them. So I kind of just like took off of him. Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know.
I know they're not the best. They suck. They're absolutely
Orioles are bad.
Oh yeah, they're absolutely
bad.
garbage. They're horrible.
Like the Tigers are bad. But I'm pretty sure the Orioles had. I don't remember. Did they finish? They might have finished with the worst record in MLB history.
They suck. But that just shows you I'm a fan of them, because I'm still a fan of them.
Dude, I've lived.
I could have been a Red Sox fan.
You could have. I've lived being a Detroit Lions fan.
Mm-hmm.
See, the only self-inflicting pain I give to myself is being a Lions fan. It hurts.
Yeah.
Because we were a 4-win team. We are a 4-win team right now, but we have no right being a 4-win team.
Mm-hmm.
And we're probably gonna pull off a few more wins throughout the season, and we're gonna get a higher and higher, or a lower and lower draft pick, a worse draft pick. Our first round draft pick, from what I've seen, he's not that good. He's a rookie and he has good potential, but he's making so many mental errors. Like all the big plays I watch against us, he blew the coverage.
Mm-hmm.
Like they just run right by him.
I wish Matthew Stafford had.
Don't get me started, Matthew Stafford. Okay.
No, he's such a good. He's
a
good quarterback.
Stafford. He is such a good quarterback and
he has a lot of potential.
He got his career wasted in Detroit. Mm-hmm. Honestly, he got his career wasted.
I mean, just that's a pure franchise quarterback that just got blown out.
Because you watch some Matthew Stafford plays, and like I've seen people make comments, if Patrick Mahomes made those plays, people would be losing their minds.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh.
I was saying, NFL's media.
Granted, he's had a rough season. Granted, he hasn't been like Matthew up to his caliber he has in the last few seasons. Like last season, he was on track to finish with 5,000 passing yards and like 40 plus passing touchdowns. Mm-hmm. He was lighting it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, he got injured.
I think that the NFL is straight. It's media. It's just like more revenue the company makes in, the more money you get paid for. If that's all it is. As you're saying, it's like more media coverage you get. That's why like Patrick
big market
Mahomes,
teams.
Yeah, that's why Patrick Mahomes got paid so much. That's how like Aaron Rodgers got paid so much.
Well, Patrick Mahomes, I agree with them paying him that much is because he is going to go out there. He's going to go win multiple MVPs.
And he's also going to bring in a whole bunch of media coverage to the team.
Yes, yeah. Like, it's a 10-year contract, and he's being paid $500 million.
That's crazy.
Over the next 10 years, I guarantee you Patrick Mahomes will win at least, like, 2 or 3 more MVPs, and I would not blink if he won another Super Bowl for the Chiefs or more.
Neither would I. I wonder how much.
Look at their team.
I wonder how much he's on paying taxes.
Oh, probably a lot. Well, I think it helps. He lives in Kansas City.
Yeah.
He lives in a red state,
oh yeah, Missouri is a red state.
Oh, yeah. I forget.
Kansas State's in Missouri.
That messes with me. Still,
it's technically right on the border, but the majority of it is in Missouri. So
it just depends where his house is.
Yeah.
So, but still, it's in a red area, so his taxes are certainly going to be a lot lower, even if he's making $500 million.
And on that note, guys, we're going to end it off. Sad that Chris cannot be here, unfortunately, but fortunately, we'll hopefully. This is gonna sound weird. This is the second time I'm doing the intro, but fortunately, I wish that we would have a I don't even know what I'm saying, but later in the future, we will have an episode where it's all three of us.
Yes.
Please follow us on Instagram if you want to, 3480 Podcast. We post updates on when we go live, when everything is happening. Thank you for coming onto the podcast.
I got you, man. It was
Yeah,
good.
if there's anything you want to say, plug.
Bye.
His Snapchat is Sam from MC. I'll put that somewhere.
Ladies.
I'll get to it. He is single and ready to mingle in MSU.
Yeah.
Guys, we appreciate you guys watching. If you guys want to help out, you guys can donate. Link will be in the description below. And yeah, that's really it. And guys, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Bye.